what's the point? Well, this way gets my vote for Christmas.
I know, me too. Round to the left.
Hey, Roland.
Because I knew I should have sat by the wood.
They all think
That's great. You're welcome. How's it going? Moved on?
Represents most of EMS, most of LXE, and some distinguished visitors from Cal Corporation. I wanted to start off by recognizing a few people, especially recognizing those who helped us put together the banquet, and you can give them your thanks later on. The committee for the banquet consisted of Joanne Byer, Jim House, Darcy Riesenhauer, Alice Garrett, Bobby Buckman, Harriet McKenzie, Frederica Carter, and Sissy Elkins. They've done a great job with this. As usual, our facilities department has done yeoman's work in getting together in short order tables for about 700 people. So give Gene Jackson and his crew a big hand. As well as the many volunteer servers you can see at the back there that help us get through this line fairly quickly. I also want to recognize in advance, because we are going to have some fun later, and just in case you know who's responsible for this skit that you're going to be seeing a little bit later, which should be very entertaining. I wanted to recognize some of the people behind the scenes that put this together. Allison Beasy and Don Hall, in particular on the technical side, have been instrumental in getting our Scan Tech booth together and working. And Harriet McKenzie, Bill Wise, Wayne English, and Freddie Carter are the real creative geniuses behind the skit that you're going to see a little bit later, and hopefully have a lot of fun. I want to recognize a few other people that we have in the group. I mentioned our visitors from Cal. We have Neil McKay, who's the president of Cal here, with a number of senior management. Neil, would you stand up along with the Cal people? Dr. John Pittman, of course, who's our founder, is with us, and John, stand up and take it out. We have a short presentation that we're going to take you through see a number of new things that we're talking about in the skit. Some of the material that LXE presents. We talked a little bit about the new LXE, but in fact we really are formulating plans for the new electromagnetic sciences. And I want to give you a brief overview of where we're going in the company. And I want to start out by reminding you that we have 3 companies within electromagnetic sciences, EMS, LXE, and CAL. Total of almost 1,000 people now. Roughly 800 in Atlanta and close to 200 in Ottawa, Canada. And thus far in 1994, we are having a very good year. The company has grown significantly since last year. We expect our revenues to be on the order of $120 million, which is quite an increase from what we did last year. We've had an excellent third quarter, and we're counting on all of you to work very hard to make the fourth quarter an excellent as well. One of the good news about our growth is that most of our business is coming from the commercial side of our business. LXE, of course, is leading the way in the commercial area, but we have several significant initiatives going on in other parts of the company that we want to get you in touch with and show you that this is really the real interest in our company that you've seen lately comes from the fact that we're becoming a major force in the wireless communications market. So we really have shifted the company's main endeavors from what was primarily a defense-oriented company to a wireless communications company. About 60% of our business this year will be in wireless communications. And for the exciting part, what we're seeing is not only are we going to continue to do the things that LXE has done in the warehouse with materials handling and distribution systems, but we're now moving out of the warehouse, and we're going to apply technologies from the other parts of the company to do some really new and interesting things. We've tried to capture the flavor of this new business in what we call the mobile enterprise. We sent you an agenda for today's program, and you'll hear a lot more about the mobile enterprise. The mobile enterprise means that we're not only tracking things in the warehouse, as we've done for a number of years within LXE, we're starting to get involved with the goods as they go out of the trucks. We're getting involved with wide area communications through satellites, through cellular networks. We're tracking things using global positioning satellites. We're applying all the technologies that are going to really be coming together, all three parts of the company, to really add a new dimension to what we do within electromagnetic sciences. So we not only have a new LXE, we really have a new vision of how all 3 of the companies are going to work together. The reason we're doing this, of course, is that the market in the world is changing. Not only the computer world is changing very rapidly, but as you know, all sorts of telecommunications opportunities are arising. And people want very easy-to-use devices. They want user-friendly terminals. They want increasingly more opportunity for graphical interfaces. And all these trends in the marketplace are going to tap into the technologies that we have in the company. What we're doing is we're putting together a plan to bring together 3 important parts of the total solution to this new mobile enterprise. We have our LXE RF local area networks, terminals. We're adding wireless peripherals such as printers to go along with that. We're taking the SATCOM technology of CAL. We're starting to apply that into the wide area communications problem. How do you talk from the trucks as they're moving down the road and want to communicate with the home office? The satellite communications technologies that we're drawing largely from CAL are going to be a key part of our approach to this mobile enterprise solution. And we're drawing on the EMS technologies in both antennas for cellular networks, what we call smart antennas. We're applying some of our defense technology to the antenna side. So we're really bringing together technologies of all 3 of the companies as well as some application partners that are going to help us with the software side of what we're trying to do. Just to remind you briefly what the various companies are involved with, LXE makes complete radio link data terminal systems for materials handling applications. Here are some of the current terminals that we have within our current product line. host of new types of terminals with new applications such as voice recognition technology. We're bringing a lot more computing power to the individual terminals. And we're moving LXE down that information superhighway you've seen so much about. We're taking LXE from the character-based terminals that we've been building. You'll see more graphical interfaces on the terminals. You'll see us working more with what look like PC, laptop computers, and we'll be moving down the road using a number of technologies, including some of the smart antenna technologies that we're developing within EMS. We're doing this because the world, the computing world, is driving the technologies toward graphical interfaces, systems that are easier to use, responding to pictures rather than a set of words. This is true not only within LXE, but the general computing environment. We're expecting this to be a big part of what we're doing with our cellular antenna business within EMS. We believe that over the next few years, we're going to see our cellular antenna business change and incorporate a number of new technologies. And one of the technologies we're working on is some very new and compact radios within LXE that will be able to plug into a variety of terminals, including not just LXE products, but laptop computers. Here you see the small form factor radio that we're developing within LXE currently. We have another product line within LXE, which is a new product line, an acquisition that we did in the summer. We call it the Comrade product line. This is also a product that's going to help us get into wide area communications. And we're working actively with a number of utility and public service safety customers to attempt to get this product, which turns their voice radios into a digital radio channel. Very important for a number of applications. I mentioned our antenna technology. ES Technologies has taken on the role of being the manufacturer of a cellular antenna product line that was originally started at Cal. And we're really now in a high-speed drive to get these products into a number of new customers such as Nextel. We've got a very active sales campaign going, and we're starting to get a number of new orders, and the business is really starting to take off. This is the first step on what we see as a broader role of applying some of our defense technologies with electronic antennas. We see coming down the road, taking some of our phased array technology that we've been developing with EMS and actually applying that to antennas that can steer antenna beams around and follow individual users as they move around. And this will allow us to communicate at higher data rates and send through the airwaves some of these graphical interfaces that we've been talking about. We're right at the forefront of this technology, and we think with our background in the defense technologies that are going to enable us to get into this business, we're really at an exciting time for the EMS products which we're developing as a part of EMS we call EMS Wireless, and that business is very exciting. As you know, we continue to be very active in the satellite world, both at EMS and Cal. We're continuing to be involved in almost every major satellite program, both commercial and defense programs. As you know, EMS pioneered the use of electronic antennas in space going back to 1976 with the Discus 3 program, and we continue to evolve that technology. Cal is also very active in this space technology and is continuing to do more than half of its business in space. I mentioned satellite communications. We're very excited about the prospect of bringing satellite communication terminals into this mobile enterprise concept. And currently the system that's up there that is being used for mobile communications is called Inmarsat. And Cal has developed a series of mobile satellite terminals that are actually installed in a number of private jets, including the Gulfstream and the Challenger. We have a very lightweight installation that mounts on the tail of the airplane. We're getting a number of new customers signed up, and there are a number of new technologies that are coming into satellite communications world, including one that will result from using the new MSAT satellite. Both Cal and LXE have recently completed agreements to work with American Mobile Satellite, who is actually producing and launching the satellite, to participate with them as strategic marketing partners. On the other, and we'll be adding an antenna, making a new, very lightweight and low-cost airborne satellite terminal. Now, this terminal will have about a factor of 10 less cost than the current product that's out there in the market. And you should start to see this product coming out around mid-year after the launch of the satellite in March. Here's an installation on a Learjet. The low cost is going to open up a wide variety of applications for these new terminals. We're also working within the EMS technologies part of the company on satellite communications on the ground side. We have work going on with both KU band and Intelsat type ground terminals, as well as some more sophisticated millimeter wave satellites that are just going to be coming in. And many of you have heard about a new satellite that's been proposed that will involve something like 840 low orbiting satellites. EMS is very involved with both the satellite side and will be involved with the ground terminal side of this program if it happens. So a number of things going on, and one of the things that these programs allow us to do is to take some of our defense technologies and find other commercial uses for those technologies. As you know, the LXE part of the company really spun off from early applications of our defense business. We're hoping to do that again in a number of these new opportunities, and we'll use the strengths of CAL and EMS to complement the marketing, sales, and the products of LXE as we move down into this new mobile enterprise concept. So what we'll see, hopefully, is not only wide area communications through satellites using antennas from CAL, EMS. You'll see a variety of new terminals, variety of new features. I mentioned the voice recognition, a number of other things. So there's an exciting future ahead, and we have been trying to convey that throughout the company. We've had a series of meetings at LXE to talk about how the rest of the company will be more involved with what they're doing. And we had a recent trade show called ScanTech that was held around the 1st of November, where we brought together the LXE sales force to try to tell them about this new concept. So what we're trying to get across to them the concept of the new LXE, which is also the new electromagnetic sciences. And we thought the best way to do that would be to do it in skit form and to really get them excited about what's coming up. So we're gonna take you now into the LXE sales meeting as it was put together for the ScanTech show, and we're going to turn the presentation over to Jack Mushaw, who will begin to address the LXE sales force about what's going to happen at ScanTech.
How's everybody feel? Who said there's not strength in numbers? About 6 months ago, we were under a lot of stress in the company and were struggling to get our act together and get our products together and get our numbers together. And we began to put together the pieces of a plan that was going to change not only the way we did business, how we conducted ourselves, but how we acted as a team in the total company. So this is a big Thanksgiving for me. For 6 years now, I've been hoping to have the whole team together, and so this is a birthday in the Thanksgiving, and I want to personally thank Tom and Neil and Jeff for the meeting yesterday when we had the management team together to talk about a total company strategy. And for those of you at LXE that have been screaming and yelling for leadership and vision and purpose and direction, we want you to know that we're working very hard, and our peers in CAL and EMS are lending a helping hand to help us get our game plan together. So if any of you lack the conviction that we know where we're going, hopefully after this presentation you'll feel very comfortable. wanted to communicate to our sales force was the unification and a common view of where we want to take the company. And that does require a tremendous amount of change. And I just want to say something about change, because as we move forward for all of us in the room, as we change the products and the strategy of the company, there are two kinds of people that deal with change. There are those who dream what it could be and hope that it will happen someday, and then there are those who dream about the way it will be and they make it happen. We are about the business of promoting and growing you folks to make it happen. And so this is the beginning of the Make It Happen experience. So on with the agenda. At Scantech, I've been known to be kind of fussy, and here I am with a white shirt on and everybody's comfortable. And so we had this great thing planned, and they had me set up to make a presentation. And we have this history. Oh, there it goes. Something always breaks in the presentation. It's probably the Mac computer that we bought a couple of months ago. Somebody in engineering wanted me to say that. So anyway, back to the presentation.
There's nothing wrong with your do not attempt to adjust the picture.
This is not part of the show.
We are controlling the burden.
Bill?
We can change the focus to a soft blur
The wrong thing's on here.
or sharpen it to crystal clarity. For the next few minutes, sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. Jack Mushaw, you are the head of the sales team of LXE Incorporated, are you not?
I was before this presentation.
What year is this, Jack?
Somewhere.
That's right, Jack.
Okay.
It is the brink of the 21st century, and you are about to enter the largest trade show in your industry. You and your fellow workers must step into the 21st century, and you must do it before everyone else gets there.
Yes,
We are here to show you how to do it.
Okay.
We have taken over this meeting today to provide you, Jack, with the philosophy, the outlook, and the training necessary for LXE to maintain its position as leader in the wireless data communications arena into the 21st century. Do not be concerned. We will continue this meeting while Jack is being reprogrammed. Ladies and gentlemen, your efforts have made LXE the leader in its field, but you are aware that times are changing and customers' needs are changing as well. The wireless communications battlefield itself is expanding. Historically, LXE could provide a solution to any problem, could answer any need, as long as it occurred within certain parameters and under specific guidelines. But that was the old LXE. There is a new LXE that knows no limitations, accepts no boundaries. The new LXE can leave the warehouse or port and travel in real time. The new LXE offers you a challenge to join the new wireless warriors. As an introduction and a sign of things to come, the wireless warriors offer to you and to your current customers the newest weapon in the war on distribution deadlies, the 2315 scanning terminal. Distribution deadlies are those problems and situations that can destroy distribution, mangle materials handling, exacerbate excess inventory, and bomb the bottom line. The 2315 offers advanced design features and faster data processing to destroy Daryl Deadhead, exterminate excess inventory, murder mismanagement, and liquidate Lucy Label. The wireless warriors of the new LXE bring you a better weapon for today's battle, but that's just the beginning. As a member of the wireless warriors, you are no longer a solitary soldier penned inside a warehouse or trapped at a port. The new LXE will provide solutions that go beyond its current product lines. The new LXE will utilize RF batch as well as real time. It will utilize cellular technology and even satellite communications to serve its customers. As wireless warriors in the new LXE, you will be challenged to look for new horizons, find new partners, solve new problems, and expand your dreams. The new LXE will open a whole new world to you and your customers. And there is more to come. The reprogramming effort has been completed. We now return you to your scheduled meeting.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present the Wireless Warriors. Lane, Corey, Joanne, and George. For those of you who doubt the impact of these folks, we made it on the front page of the show daily